introduction of the topics. And I also found some information from the internet. So the topic is about ensuring the right to just and favorable conditions of work. There are something like free choice of employment, and guaranteeing the right to work, equal pay for equal work, safe working environment, and elimination of discrimination and exploitation against women, disabled people, and LGBTI people. And all those are also they discussed in the conference. So this is my observation of these two sections. And this section is lobby. So the chair and presidents, they reminding delegates of finding out allies, and delegates they do lobby. And now this is something the mistake they made. They chair and the delegates both Chinese. And the next section, reading the chairs and presidents, reading the caucus and ask if there are some objections. Second is encouraging delegates to debate. Third, reminding delegates to stand up before speaking. So the delegate makes some mistake, they forget to stand up. So delegate who's speaking. And there's some notes that I think that was interesting, that the chairs search one of the delegates asked the chairs to search information for him. And yeah, delegates asked the rules of the conference. So what I saw, all the delegates in that room are very proactive. They were very brave. They want to say what they want. So I think that is very good to start with the debate. And another observation is something that I think that was special. The chairs give 5 minutes to delegate to discuss with others when the discussion was too long or there are too many objections. It's kind of like lobby, but in the rule I learned that when you start with debate, you can go back to lobby, so that's a little question. And chairs comment and at the end of that day. So don't be informal because some delegates spoke first person pronoun and instead of were talking. So these two are the mistakes that they made. And the chairs hope their personal opinion can be into an international speech. I think what she means was like sometimes they add their personal opinion, and that opinion is not stand for that country. So maybe the delegates the chairs wants the delegate to think about like they are really present the delegate of a country. I have attended debate classes before, but it is in Chinese. But the rules is similar to English debate. So I want to compare debate and mod. The difference is the form is different. Mod United Nations is a conference, and debate is like a competition. And the rule is different. The position. It means that in the debate there are two groups. One is disagree with the topics, and one have to agree with the topic. And in Mod United Nations, maybe at the beginning, everybody's position is different. But when after debate, you can change your position. But in the debate competition, you can't change your position. Last is the goal. In debate, they will compete. It is competition, so everybody compete with others. They will try to find who's the winner. But Mon is not trying to find who's the winner. They want to work together and get a good result. And lastly is 5 things that I have learned in Modern Nation. To think completely before speaking is important. Like the chair gives the delegates some homework as to think about what they want to say and think if your speech is right, and then you will speak it. Putting too much opinion in the speech might not help the issues. So what I learned, like in this school, I learned that to express your opinions is very important. But in this conference, you stand for a country, so you can say what you want. And maybe your opinion will not help the issues. Third, being confident can let others believe you easily. Maybe you have, like me, I have not really good English ability, but when you're being confident, others, especially in lobby, many people may believe you easily. And fourth, Mon is like a model society, and so you have to seize every chance that you can speak. If when the chair that you speak, give you a chance to speak, you have to raise your hands or stand up to speak. Because if you don't speak at that time, you might lose a chance. And lastly, learning is more important than English ability in a conference. And I saw that in the room there are some delegates that they don't speak really well English, but they're very proactive. They want to learn in a conference. So this is the end of my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Hello everybody, my name is Eric, and today my topic is I will tell you my experience in Model United Nations during when I audited in the Kaohsiung American School. So there are 3 main topics. The first one is introduction, where I'll introduce you to the whole conference, and the second is the observations that I had, and the last one is what I learned and also my opinion. So introduction, the time was 2019 December 14th. It was when the conference was held. The location was at Kaohsiung American School. And the system that Model United Nations, the conference used was the Southern Taiwan Model United Nations, also known for the abbreviation as STMON. And there are many councils in the whole conference, such as the Security Council, Human Rights Council, and also the Economic and Social Council. So for me, Jerry, and Mark, we participated in the Economic and Social Council. The abbreviation is ECOSOC. And there are many sessions in the whole conference, and we only participated in the two sessions. The first session was session 2, and the other session was session 3. So basically, these 2 sessions were about lobbying and debating about a topic. And the 2 topics were 701 and 702. The first is measures to combat displacements due to climate change. The 702, which is the second topic, is about the impact of economic globalization towards indigenous right to self-determination. So next one, I will tell you about my observations. Well, actually, during the conference, I observed more mistakes than good things about the delegates. So the first mistake that many people were speaking Chinese during lobbying and even sometimes during debates. And during lobbying, some of the delegates even spoke Chinese very loudly, and the chairs didn't even stop them. And during the debate and lobbying, I also saw some delegates playing video games and using their phone to using social media. Well, and thirdly, some delegates were absent, such as Japan in the first hour, and also the United Kingdom, which was absent throughout the whole conference or throughout the sessions that I participated. And what's even more important is that I found some delegates they did not vote at all. They did not vote for either for, against, or abstain. So they just, when the chair was called, everybody was voting, they didn't even raise their hand and they didn't even vote. So from my perspective, I think this is wrong. But I'm not sure about the rules if this is wrong, but I think that this is, from my perspective and from what I have learned, I think this is a huge mistake. There are two main good things that the delegates have achieved. First is that they give a lot of rebuttal. For basically every speech, they raise their hand and voice out that what they think and try to make the resolution better together. Also, they try to prepare good speeches. I found that delegates, whenever they have the time to prepare a speech, they're always trying to prepare a good speech. So they are always preparing to speak when the chair asks if somebody wants to speak. And mostly the good speeches were pretty good, although some were kind of stupid. Some were kind of stupid, and some actions during the conference were also mistakes. And for example, one of the mistakes technical mistake that I found out was that one of the delegates from Angola, especially, I found he stated something really weird, which is that climate change or global warming plastic pollution doesn't affect global warming, which was a very weird movement and statement because and then the other delegates immediately rebutted him and told him that when you produce plastic, you produce a lot of carbon dioxide and emissions too. But what I think that he could have stated was that plastic pollution doesn't have a direct effect towards global warming. And the last part is what I learned and my opinion. So first, I learned the rules of the Southern Taiwan Model United Nations. So before I use when I participated in the Model United Nations, I only used the North American parliamentary system. So this one, when I audited this conference, I learned a new Model United Nations rules, and I think it was pretty beneficial for me. And one thing is that I also want to learn other systems, especially the one for Security Council. And I have some real experience for Model United Nations. Before I didn't have a real experience. I didn't have experience of a real conference. And this time when I audited, I got a real experience of auditing and seeing the delegates perform and having speeches on the podium. I also learned different perspectives on topics, such as the one on 701, which I only learned some perspectives from 701 because I didn't see they discussed anything about the second topic. And I think it's pretty weird, or maybe it was because I didn't listen to what they say. I wasn't concentrated when they were explaining and having their opinions during they were discussing the topic.